Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Wow, I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily card spread. I won't say Lenormand today, I'm using the Kipper. And it's such a contrast for the weather today to what yesterday was. Again, it's cool. It's under 20, well, it's whatever it is. I know it's cool. And it's grey skies and it's windy. We'll see what the rest of the day is going to bring. Wow. Now, I'll get across to the cards now. Just trying to rectify. There is, nothing coming up from the Facebook side as far as the comments and that goes. So, just going to get my iPad open just to check that it is doing the right thing, because it's one of those things sometimes you just don't know until you check it on the technology. Oh, excuse me, it's saying that I'm live now. Okay, that's okay. I don't need to play it. I can tell that it's live. It's saying so. Let's go across to the cards. Here we are. We've got the Kipper that is created by Ciro Marchetti. Here's the Kipper deck, and it's Ciro Marchetti and his artwork, the beautiful artwork. This is a little darker looking than what the Guild of Reverie Lenormand is, but it's still beautiful artwork. I love it. So they're a fortune-telling deck is what the Kipper is assigned as being. And here we've got the three cards that we're going to be using today. This here is the guidebook. And I will be using that purely because the Kipper is not a deck I'm familiar with. As such, we're becoming more familiar. We're getting more used to it as I use them more frequently, mainly on weekends. And coming up into the Christmas holiday season, I will be doing less of these because there are other things to concentrate on, of course. And yeah, so I'm going to be out and about and away for a lot of it. So reminder of the ad hocness or the, the whenever it happens top thing. But what we've got, and I'm going to zoom in because they are a smaller deck than the usual. I'll bring them in straight away to the zoomed up effect. Okay, so we have the bad health as our theme for the day today. Card 31. Interesting as a theme. We'll be finding out what the interpretation is because, as you know, I will always look at the positive. There is no positive, negative. It is just as it is. And we're going to look at what the message is for that as well as our theme. Card 23 is the courthouse, and that's in the home space energy. So that's more to do with our personal level and immediate aspect of how we're experiencing that today. And card 4 is the courtship, which is actually in the workspace. So that'll be an interesting interpretation once we get to that card as well from the guidebook. All very interesting. Okay, so I'll just go a little bit more because it can, there we go, center a little better. Now, because I need two hands to hold, this really huge, have a look at how big this is compared to my hand, and that's the size of the cards. So they're very, I like them because they're so easy to handle in the hand. So the guidebook is, but not so much when you're trying to turn pages. Okay, now the explanation that the bad health card brings us direct and straight from the book. Now I am going to read each of these, potentially not. There are three contributors that bring the interpretations to this particular guidebook. So I'll just read enough from them that gives us the understanding we need. So, pictured here is a patient in a bare bones public ward on a hard iron bed with a thin blanket while a nurse checks his chart. Literally, it means poor health, a cold, a minor illness, a sprain. So, with card 36, we don't have card 36 here, so that doesn't matter. So, the illness could put you in bed. From this sense, it comes to mean rests, breaks, and naps. So, and to do with the grand tableau, above would be what's going on with the upper body, below is going on in the lower body, the same left or right. This is central. So it's just in general, what we are getting here, I feel, is just a general warning look after your health, or it could be that you're going to experience that need to really rest up because you are really ill and you are experiencing really bad health. But I think if you are consciously mindful of what your body is letting you know regards your health, you'll be fine. It is only a temporary and it is only a short aspect of feeling not that flash. Okay, this card, and this is from the next interpretation, which is SW. So this card indicates sickness, depression, addiction, or problems. So can warn of heart problems is another bit that's on that interpretation as well. So it's time to rest and to recover now. So I'm getting more that it is the resting. It is allowing your body to let you know when it's time to take that nap, when you can. And today is today. These cards are relevant for what is happening right now. So certainly bring forward that time where you're going to have a rest. Don't keep going around like a blue ass fly doing everything you need to just before Christmas, blah, blah, blah. I feel it is actually get well, not so much get to bed, but rest. Let your body have that time to rest and recuperate and not be so busy. Rest and recover. All three of them are saying you should retire to do nothing. Otherwise, bad health will come. Okay, so do take the time to rest. It's what we're being given as our guidance for the theme today, right? Rest is best. Rest is necessary. So take that time. In our home space, we've got the courthouse. So it does bring to mind, without even looking at the guidebook, that there could be some things that need to be sorted out that might need a little bit more of officialdom or a stand that is as if you are the authority, because this is talking about authorities. The courthouse is probably the last port of call before sentence is made, so to speak, from what we can envisage here without the guidebook. Now I'm going to read from the guidebook, and it says, I'm just going to pop into my Facebook. You might hear an echo of, oh gosh, come on. Just trying to find my page. I do want to see if this is going live. So you might hear the echo. It looks like it is progressing. Let me have a look. Yep. Yep, that's doing the right thing. Okay. Just going to pause that. It just seems a little bit weird that I'm getting nothing from the chat. It's just popped up. There we go. Good morning, Fiona. Good morning, Ros Gurley, and all around the globe. A good afternoon or a good evening. Thank you for putting that comment in there, because it almost looked like I was speaking to thin air. Nothing was coming through from the Facebook. So thank you for that, Fiona. Right, now let's get back to it. The courthouse in the home space. So this is a somewhat challenging card, so we're going to have some challenges today. Here we meet a solicitor coming from proceedings in his weak white collar and gown. This card means lawsuits, court proceedings. Sorry, I've got my Alexa alarm on out the back in the background. Hold on a second, and I'm just going to turn her off. The things we do, I've got a timer for the tap outside, so it can still do some more soaking and watering of the fruit trees, so that's fine. Even though it looks like it's going to rain, I thought, no, they need a good soaking, so we'll get going on doing that. The things that we do in and around our homes, isn't it? So with the courthouse, oh gosh, it could mean lawsuits, court proceedings, divorces, wills, contracts, taxes, disputes, and all legal matters. But your solicitor is capable, so the outcome could be good if near you or near enabling cards. Well, with the directions, we don't worry about that with just the 3 cards. So it can all also refer to just straight out negotiations. So it can also represent other formal public buildings like City Hall, post offices, and motor vehicles registrations and bureaus and stuff. So all good. To me, it feels like it's talking about negotiations. It's got to stand up in court type of a factor. So if you're in your home space, it could be that there is going to be some discussions about something that you've laid down as the home law, and kids are probably disputing it, or other family members. I do know emotions can get quite touchy around this time of year for many people, so just move through it with confidence. Maybe go and take the nap until it's breezed through, breezed over, that it's not that big a deal and it can be sorted out in the home. It doesn't have to go to court. It doesn't have to go through full legal proceedings. Just make sure that what you negotiate, that you are able to stand your ground, that you've got the strength of purpose that is the right thing to do. Okay, and suss that out with yourself and your spiritual guidance. It could be that you yourself have an inner battle that you need to take it to your own inner courtroom so you can sort it out and really get to have that knowing of what is the right thing to do as well. Sometimes it can be as simple as, which way that you're going to do the gift giving or wrapping or whatever, because I know at this time of year many people have gifting and stuff as focus. That is not my focus. So in whatever way that you're needing to settle things, allow the wise action to take precedence, and that you have the strength and your ability to follow through with it, because there's no good in having empty threats. Empty threats are useless. It's a waste of energy. Okay? You need to put through clear thinking, wise choices here, and rest through it. Really contemplate and sleep on it almost is what I'm getting for this. So allow yourself that time to think through it well. Okay? And then we can get over to our workspace in a minute. But Fiona has our numbers. So we're on a day number of 7, and the cards themselves add up to 4 when we bring it back to that single digit, which the 7 and 4 are an 11. So it's a powerful day. So do take note of that. Connect with your angels and really allow their strength to help you as well. The spiritual realm can be the angelic as well. And that is, well, have a look at your Akashic records. Who knows? If you need help, go and ask for it. They're definitely ready to be of assistance at any point in time. And here we have in our workspace, we've got the courtship card. Now that's interesting for the workspace. Hopefully not Christmas parties and the rest starting new relationships, but you never know, do you? See what you feel in your workspace as to who is trying to court your interest. It doesn't mean anything serious or anything that is of the depth that it continues onwards, but it is that let's just explore friendship. Okay, so here we've got the explanation from the guidebook is visiting was a major activity of the time period for people, and I put the phrasing in the wrong place there. Let me start that one again. So visiting was a major activity of the time period for people, and an enormous body of etiquette surrounded proper visiting and correct courtship. We meet the potential couple in morning dress seated in a restrained and proper French garden. If this card's interpreted literally about the early stages of a relationship, note that Cupid's bow is unstrung and has no arrow. If you see in the background, Cupid's bow. So it is about romantic relationships, okay, that we can tell now with seeing the Cupid's bow and arrow being relaxed there. So no one's wildly in love yet. This card represents social life, arrangements, clubs or groups, and friendly encounters. So through this time of year, it's probably more emphasised than any other, because there are so many social occasions that are attended, whether it's work work parties, social occasions type of thing, which I think probably is what it's meaning here because it's in the workspace energy. So if there's something that's flourishing, just take it gently from within your workspace or whatever. This is just the tentative, let's get to know each other type of a situation. So, look, it is safe to explore how you feel about other people, even in your workplace. I don't know much about big work situations where there's lots of people because I've never worked in that sort of situation, have no idea what sort of feelings and interests can sprout up between people. So just take it tentatively as we have this as a guidance from Spirit that, look, it's okay, just explore and be friends. So that's what it's saying to me. Be open for a new person who enters your life. Try to meet people and search for new contacts. So if you are actually looking for that sort of an interest, a friendship, partnership, a relationship, maybe it is time to open up your heart and mind, and maybe that person could be within your work realm. So it's just that courting of possibilities that we're looking at here. And I think it also means gentle and rest, take the time, rest into your body, rest into what it could be the potential relationship, okay? So perhaps there is someone who'll suddenly mean the world to you. You don't know unless you're going out and about, I think is probably what that's meaning. But it's also being gentle with yourself and listening to your body, I think, and having those rests when you need to, and just take the time to contemplate, sleep on it, all of that that's going to give you the best of your health as you move through what could be, negotiation with close family members and negotiation of interests of the heart as well, but gently. Okay, that's what I'm feeling from those cards today. A very interesting layout, and it is interesting with the kipper. So lovely to wish you all a happy day and a day live stream. Yes, lovely to see you, Michaela. Hope you're going well too. So that's the cards for today. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and that in whatever respect that you are being you to the best that you can be. We're all such wonderful human beings. The interaction that we have with each other is just amazing. With all the with all the different individual personalities and everything that connect together, I think we live in a marvelous world. Absolutely. So thank you for those, Michaela, as well. So keep being the best that you can be, and I'll see you tomorrow, all things being good and equal. Namaste.